What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Acts of Creation. Today we're going to be using a scale, specifically the E minor pentatonic scale, to craft some super simple yet effective rock riffs. So let's take a quick example of what we're talking about and then we'll get to the lesson. So having a good foundation for scales is a great way to come up with some riffs, as well as incorporating the chords in that scale, but that's another lesson. So here we're going to use the outline of a scale, like I said, to create a relatively simple yet pretty effective and fun, straight up rock riff. Right? So we got the Fender, got a little spanky, not over distorted sound. I'm running through the orange dual dark 50. I got the Proton Deadhorse overdrive, pushing that just a little bit, got a noise gate going on, and that's pretty much a setup. I'm running into the Torpedo Live, the 2-note Torpedo Live, which is fantastic. Anyway, so the scale work that we're talking about here is E minor pentatonic. And again, if you're not familiar with that, let's just take a look at the notes, the area of the fretboard that we're going to be focusing on. Obviously, we have our low string E, basing it off of that, and the octave of that is the 7th fret of your A string. Right? So we can walk down right there, and all that is on the A string, 7-5, on the E string, 7-5, and then 3-0. Right? We can add in the blue note with a flat 5. Gives you that kind of sound. You can have some fun with it, like 0-3, 0-3-5-6. A lot of fun there. But essentially the notes that we're playing, and I guess you can say that this is inspired by maybe Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze, right? Everybody knows that. Right, you got that E chord, right? The E7 sharp 9, and then just a G and an A. So I'm kind of following that outline, except I'm not playing a dominant harmony here. It can be implied. But I do move down to the G chord. Right, so all I'm doing, I'm accenting that E, and I'm walking right down the scale, keeping it staccato. When you play staccato, it almost helps build the energy up a little bit. Right, and then I got a little fill there. Hammer on 5-7 on the E, 5 on the A, 7 on the E again. Notice that I'm ending on the note B, right? So if anybody's familiar with any kind of music theory background, B would be the 5th of E, so we got a nice 5-1 cadence there at the end of the lick. And there, I just go up to the next string just to add a little variation to the riff, a little bit of movement. Right? And then I'm hammering on 5-7, 5-7. All still right in the framework. And then to give the riff some harmonic movement, some chord movement, first one repeats, and then I'm gonna go. Right? So I'm moving down to the G chord, G major, and to get away from a straight up G major sound, which I usually don't use in my riffs, I'm a major 7 junkie. It's well known. I love the interval of a major 7th. It's aggressive. So when I play the G, I'm playing G, jumping up the 7, and there's the power chord, right? And then I'm dropping down to the F sharp, And again, relating to what I said before with the 5-1 progression, right? The B minor chord, in this case, right, is B, D, F sharp. So I'm essentially bringing out that harmony here, even though F sharp is in the bass. F sharp, D, B, D, B, right? And there it is. So I hope you can employ this kind of writing. I hope it's a lot of fun to play. I like playing this kind of stuff, even though we haven't done this kind of style on this channel before. It's a lot of fun playing it, especially now that I got the little single coil Strat going on. So as always, let me know what you come up with, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.